Coming up, from mentee to colleague, we show you the lasting bond between two Augustana University professors.
Plus, thinking about shaving your beard, we show you why you may actually want to grow it out. Good morning, this is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Firefighters in Vermilion responded to a fire in Burbank, South Dakota. Shortly before 3 Saturday afternoon, Vermilion Fire EMS, first on scene, found smoke coming from the roof of the home.
Firefighters had the fire put out in 10 minutes. People were inside the home when the fire started, but were able to get out safely before crews arrived. The cause of the fire is under investigation. In response to the emerald ash borer killing many green ash trees, the city of Sioux Falls has removed nearly all of them ahead of time. Across parks like Paisley and Morningside, you'll find a slew of new baby trees planted by the city.
City Forester Dwayne Stahl says they did this so that if a new disease or bug targets a specific kind of tree, they'll have other types to spare.
We select trees that will help diversify that park, give it some amenities that the park needs.
Across all 80 parks, there are now around 150 different kinds of trees. Stahl says they've planted all the trees they ordered and that they won't plant any more past June 1st.
Turning to weather now, southeastern KELOLAND saw some rain move through last night.
Let's send it over to meteorologist Brian Karstens in the Storm Center to see how much rain fell.
All right. Well, we thought we would have some pockets of heavier rain, and those streaks did materialize, at least in southwest Minnesota. Take a look at the rain tallies on Viper, and we're coming up with numbers over an inch in Rock County, Laverne, and that area really centered there with some of the heavier rain. Also, western Nobles County, local amounts, maybe even a little more than 2 inches worth. Up here towards Slayton as well, it's pretty good rain there. Fulda, Minnesota, maybe an inch, inch and a quarter on the radar estimates. Pipestone, it really dropped off, and so that's just kind of the nature of these systems. Again, we had a storm track out toward Lake Madison or northwest of there, and even the Mitchell area picked up some good rain last night, upwards of 0.4 of an inch. So there are some good numbers around, but again, not everybody getting the rain that perhaps you're looking for. And I know that that will continue to be something of noteworthy interest in the extended forecast. 80-degree weather, though, today, and dry, windy at times, 20 to 40 mile-an-hour winds in Aberdeen, 20 to 35 in Pierre. We'll search for those rain chances in the 7-day coming up.
Thank you, Brian. A mentorship that started back in the 3rd grade has come full circle. Mike Amelins was Julie Ashworth's student in 3rd grade.
Amelins didn't always have an interest for education, but was encouraged by Ashworth during his undergrad at Augustana. He went on to earn his doctorate in education from the University of South Dakota.
As a teacher, once you have a student in your classroom, you're their support system for life. It's not, you're not making a choice just to teach them for the year and then send them along their way and wish them good luck. You're there to support them throughout their life and love them and care for them unconditionally. Make sure that they know that they can do anything they set their minds to, and Julie has always been that for me.
Amelin's lifelong mentor became a colleague at Augustana 3 years ago. He also works as the Director of Instruction and Federal Programs at the Harrisburg School District. Well, a lot of people started growing facial hair when they started working from home during the pandemic. And if you're one of them, here's a competition just for you. It's called the South Dakota Beard Clash. People compete in several categories, from the longest to the shortest to freestyle. This
is the 6th year of the Beard Clash. It'll be held at Bottoms Up in Corson on July 24th. If you want to compete, we've provided that information right here on KELOLAND.com.
And let's look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, weather today, well, we're looking at a fairly nice day. The wind is a little strong. That'll be the one takeaway here most of us will find interesting. I do think 20 to 40 mile-an-hour winds, the strongest will be in the north central and the northeast. And as we pick up that wind this afternoon, temperatures will moderate quite a bit. I do think that'll be pretty common here, upper 70s and low 80s. Still pretty dry tonight, but tomorrow morning we may sprout a morning shower or thunder shower in far western or northwestern South Dakota. If that develops, we might get a little bit of a passing bit of rain there for Mobridge and Aberdeen early tomorrow afternoon. A lot of the trends in Sioux Falls, I think, still are dry. We're in the lower to middle 70s for highs, and then we cut the numbers and start cooling tomorrow night. And we do anticipate there will be a cluster of showers and thunderstorms in western South Dakota tomorrow evening. Some of these cells could become severe. South of Interstate 90, Rapid City to Winter would be our highlight zone, including Pine Ridge and Mission. And then eventually some of this rain gets going east into Sioux Falls, and I think into Thursday there will be additional rain. So it's going to be kind of a slow mover, and it is going to get much cooler as this system comes on in. I'm thinking a lot of the hourly temperatures on Thursday could be stuck in the 40s. Don't get caught by surprise by that. That's going to be a change in your wardrobe, but big time. And Friday morning, we could even have a little touch of frost in southern North Dakota. Even our Aberdeen forecast is now featured at 36 degrees Friday morning. Needless to say, a little cooler start to Memorial Day weekend. Let's go to the forecast then for today. Temperatures into the lower 80s for most of us, and I do think this afternoon we're going to hover into, well, numbers, at least in Sioux Falls, likely to go back into the 70s tomorrow. Then we really cool things down. Thursday's high temperature at 59, 60 on Friday. I'm not in a hurry to warming it up starting for the weekend. There may be some additional rain chances around in the forecast for Saturday. You can see that also plays out in Aberdeen. A pretty chilly period of weather there Thursday into Friday morning. Next week's weather does start to improve a little bit. I think, in fact, pretty nice weather by the time we get into early next week for Memorial Day itself. Temperatures here in Sioux Falls and Pierre likely also into the 70s early next week. You do notice, though, there are chances of rain again for the weekend, and that's also the case in Rapid City, where it has been wet lately, and I think more rain is coming our direction starting again tomorrow. Find out more coverage online at KELOLAND.com.